Cerebrospinal fluid provides essential mechanical support to the brain and spinal cord while ensuring the efficient delivery of nutrients and the removal of metabolic waste products. Cerebrospinal fluid is produced by the choroid plexuses in the fourth ventricle's dorsal area, the third ventricle's roof, and deep within the lateral ventricles. The choroid plexus produces cerebrospinal fluid through selective filtration, ensuring the maintenance of ion and nutrient concentrations critical for the homeostasis of the central nervous system. Cerebrospinal fluid flows from the lateral ventricles to the third ventricle, then proceeds to the fourth ventricle. CSF exits the fourth ventricle via median and lateral apertures, entering the subarachnoid space to surround the brain and spinal cord. Eventually, CSF is drained into the venous sinuses through the arachnoid granulations, completing its cycle by integrating back into the bloodstream. While CSF generally flows downward through the subarachnoid space of the spinal cord, the intricacies of its path remain a topic of ongoing research and raise further questions. For decades, it was believed that the brain's waste removal processes were constant, regardless of rest, sleep, or physical activity. Emerging research indicates that through millennia of evolutionary development, spinal movements have come to play a critical role in regulating cerebrospinal fluid production and flow. During flexion, pressure fluctuations result in areas of both elevated and reduced pressure. During extension, these pressure gradients reverse. The biomechanics of spinal flexion and extension and the changes in the intrathecal pressure affect the dynamics of the CSF. The pressure changes during flexion facilitate the filtration of the surrounding interstitial fluid into the subarachnoid space. A substantial amount of CSF is produced within the lumbar cistern through this mechanism. As the spine extends, the CSF flows in a cranial direction. Driven by the forces of spinal movements, considerable volumes of cerebrospinal fluid are directed into the meningio-lymphatic system for drainage. To understand the nuances of CSF circulation, it's essential to take a deep dive into the inner workings of the glymphatic system. The metabolite clearance from the brain parenchyma and the dynamics of cerebrospinal fluid flow vary across different physiological states. During non-REM sleep, the brain parenchyma increases the release of metabolites and waste products into the cerebrospinal fluid, initiating a process of waste clearance. Physical activity, such as spinal flexion, extension, or forced breathing, induces pulse-like movements of the cerebrospinal fluid into the meningio-lymphatic vessels. In moments of deep relaxation, during activities like yoga or qigong, the intensified release of metabolites from the brain parenchyma coincides with rhythmic pressure changes of the cerebrospinal fluid, promoting the flow into lymphatic vessels for effective waste elimination. Endothelial cells in the initial lymphatic vessels are anchored to the arachnoid matter, but loosely connect to one another. This allows debris and immune cells to be funneled into the initial lymphatic vessels with each pressure pulse. The pressure changes open, collecting lymphatic vessel valves, driving lymph flow forward. The lymph eventually collects in the deep cervical lymph nodes, marking the continuation of the intricate cycle of CSF circulation. Spinal flexion and extension movements are key components in many health-focused movement philosophies. A prime example of this can be seen in the cat-cow pose, an integral exercise in various yoga practices. With each movement, the spine alternates between flexion and extension, improving the production and the circulation of the cerebrospinal fluid. While beneficial, these movements need to be effectively streamlined and further adapted for clinical use. Using cutting-edge advancements and a deep understanding of human physiology, Ciatrix has created a state-of-the-art device that promotes the production and flow of cerebrospinal fluid. This innovation is invaluable in the treatment, rehabilitation, and prevention of neurological diseases, promoting brain metabolism and improving overall health. The device places the patient in the optimal position and, with gentle movements, effectively aids the production and flow of the cerebrospinal fluid. The spine mimics the natural movements of flexion and extension, creating areas of high and low pressure within the subarachnoid space, guiding the movement of the CSF. These movements are essential for maintaining the optimal circulation of cerebrospinal fluid throughout the central nervous system. Improved CSF circulation helps remove metabolic waste and debris from the brain. Experience the future of neurological care, where advanced technology meets natural movement to enhance brain health and well-being.